Hello and welcome to my Championship Game Week 42 predictions. 5 games to go, I think, including this match day. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And let's just jump straight to my Game Week 42 Championship predictions for this weekend's games. Jumping straight in then, and we have West Bromwich Albion taking on Millwall in a big game tomorrow night at the Hawthorns. West Brom unbeaten in their last 5 games, 3 draws, 2 wins. Millwall losing at home to Norwich last time out. Disappointing defeat in that one. Earlier in the season, Millwall did beat West Brom by 3-0. Comfortable win for Alex Neil's side. There, 2 wins for West Brom to 7 draws, 5 wins for Millwall on the head-to-head record. Last time they played at West Brom was last year. 2024 was a 0-0 draw. 4th sit Millwall, 20th sit West Brom. 4 points above the drop zone. We know Leicester's 6 points have been upheld, so they're on actually 47 points at the moment. So I think they're going to be okay now, unfortunately. As much as I would like to see Leicester in League One just to see what would happen. But yeah, West Brom should be all right. But saying that, with Leicester's 6 points being upheld, it drags them into it a little bit more. Haven't beat Millwall at the Hawthorns since 2018. West Brom have kept the most clean sheets. Millwall have kept the most clean sheets in the Championship with 15, ranked 3rd away form in the Championship this season. Femi Aziz ranks 3rd in the Championship for big chances created this season with 17. West Brom conceded 40 more goals than expected this season. I'm going to back a Millwall away win here. I'm going for a 2-1 away. Millwall win in this one. I think it'll be quite a comfortable, they'll just get over the line in this one against the Baggies. Into the 12:30 kickoffs then, and we have Coventry City taking on Sheffield Wednesday. Top versus bottom. Coventry win this. I think they're up. It's a pretty routine game to go and win. They've got 2... Ipswich do have 2 games in hand on them. That shouldn't matter. It's mainly Middlesbrough and Millwall we're looking at here. 12 points clear, 5 games. I think it might be next week that they can get promoted. But if anybody can do the maths, then let me know down in the comments. I can't do it right on the spot because my mental maths isn't amazing. 0-0 draw between Coventry and Hull. Last time they did play, disappointing draw. They probably would have looked to win that one. Coventry just to secure the promotion this week. I think that's what would have done it. But they didn't pick up all 3 points there. 4 points from promotion, so it can't be done this week. It can be done in the next game. After this one, scored 12 goals in the last 3 metres with Sheffield Wednesday of Coventry City, ranked 1st at home in the Championship this season, lead the league with 15 clean sheets this season. Sheffield Wednesday, of course, won 1 once in the Championship in 41 games this season. 5-0 away win for Coventry earlier in the 6th season. It wasn't 6-0, it was 5-0. 6 wins for Coventry though, 2 draws, 2 wins for Sheffield Wednesday. Coventry are going to win this. I'm going to go for a 4-0 home Coventry win for Frank Lampard's side in this one, and they'll beat this Sheffield Wednesday side pretty comfortably, I feel, here. Now into the derby, or the East Anglian derby, at 12:30, which is the main game at 12:30. Of course, on Sky Sports Main Event and Sky Sports Football, as Norwich take on Ipswich. Ipswich with a lucky win over Birmingham last time out, has to be said. But they still got the job done, even though a couple of refereeing decisions went their way. 2-1 away with the Norwich themselves over Millwall. Norwich seem to always do a job on Ipswich at Carrow Road. They beat them the season before. Last 1-0, didn't they? Ipswich did win this fixture for the first time in absolutely ages, I think. Back in October. 8 wins for Norwich, 6 draws, 1 win for Ipswich. This is a difficult one to call just because Norwich are on great form as well. Are they in the playoff chase? We'll have to wait and find out. It's tight, but they can still do it. I think Southampton are on too much of a good run at the moment to be stopped, I think, and Wrexham is starting to falter, and that's the only way Norwich are going to get in. Ipswich have only just won 1 of the last 15 East Anglian derbies. That's why I'm backing Norwich to win this one. I'm going for a 2-1 home Norwich City win here over Ipswich, and get those bragging rights back off the tractor boys. So backing Norwich to win by 2, cost 1 at Carrow Road. And the final 12:30 kickoff is QPR taking on Bristol City at Loftus Road. Then QPR overturned some form since that 1-0 loss away at Birmingham. They beat Leicester, beat Portsmouth, beat Watford, drew away at Preston. Last time out, back-to-back wins for Roy Hodgson's Bristol City over Charlton and Sheffield United, respectively. 2-1 away win for QPR earlier in the season on the 4th of October. 7 wins for QPR, 8 draws, 9 wins for Bristol City. Last time play at QPR was a 1-1 draw between the sides. QPR haven't beaten Bristol City at Loftus Road in the league since October 2016. QPR's last 5 home matches produced 20 goals, averaging 4 per game. That is quite a lot. QPR scored 12 goals in 5 championship matches, including a 6-1 home rout against Pompey, of course. Roy Hodgson, yes, we've spoken about that one. Roy Hodgson winning first 2 games in charge. New manager bounce in full effect at Bristol City. They've only just scored 4 in the last 5 league matches, though. Bristol City, I'm going to sit on the fence for this one. The average of 4 at Loftus Road is going to come down to 2. I'm only going to back the average won't come down to 2, probably drop to 3, but I'm going to back a 1-1 draw, sit on the fence between these two. Championship regulars, these two facing off. I think they're all in the table from 10th to 16th, Watford down to Birmingham. So 1-1 between QPR and Bristol City here. Into the 3 o'clockers we go then, and we start with Charlton versus Preston at the Valley. Preston unbeaten in the last 3 matches. Yes, they haven't had the hardest opposition, but they've got 2 draws in there and a win against Stoke City. Charlton 2 losses out of the last 3, did pick up a point last time out against Watford. Matt Gordon scored an incredible goal, first touch, bang. I saw that one on the highlights. 2-0 home win for Preston, last time to play in October. Charlton, last time played at Charlton was all the way back in November 2019, 1-0 away win for Preston. That day, 1 win for Charlton, 1 draw, 7 wins for Preston on that one. 14th versus 18th in the table. Charlton only scored 1 goal or fewer in each of their last 9 home league games, won only 3 of their last 9 home league matches as well. Preston haven't kept a clean sheet in 10 either. So there's almost guaranteed goals of some sort. Preston haven't won any of the last 7 away championship matches either. I seem to always back for a Charlton home win 1-0, but I'm not going to back that this time. I'm actually going to back a Preston away win and continue that unbeaten run going that they kind of have. I mean, they're doing okay at the moment. That'll be 4 unbeaten games for Paul Heckingbottom's side. I think Preston will be looking for a strong finish to the season, and that is why I'm going to back them by a 1-0 here. Leicester versus Swansea up next then at the King Power. Leicester, of course, being upheld those 6 points, which has took their total back to 47 and back to what it was. Still kind of in the relegation battle, but nowhere near as much as what they were with the 41. Of course, Leicester won just 1 of their last 6 home league matches, losing 4 of those. Both teams have scored in all 5 of their last meetings between Leicester and Swansea, have not finished goalless in any of their last 13 meetings either. They've drawn 14 of 41 league matches this season, the most in the division. Zach Potnik still leads the championship goal scoring chance with 20 this season. He just keeps chipping away, doesn't he? Swansea's last 2 matches produced 10 goals combined, 2-2 and a 3-3, and Josh Chalmers created 15 big chances this season, nearly doubles Leicester's leader. Jordan Jones top scorer for Leicester, which is crazy with 10 at the moment. As a midfielder, that is ridiculous. 3-1 away win for Leicester earlier in the season. A big win there. Leicester did beat Swansea last Sunday play on the 30th of January 2024. 9 wins for Leicester, 1 draw, 3 wins for the Swans. I'm going to back Leicester. No, I'm not actually going to back Leicester. I've just realised how poor they are. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between Leicester and Swansea here. I don't think there's going to be a lot between these two, and I think it could be quite a cagey draw at the King Power, and especially as Leicester know they're safe now. Middlesbrough versus Portsmouth up next then in what is an absolutely massive game at the top and the bottom of the championship. All 3 of these meetings at the Riverside have ended in a 2-2 scoreline. Middlesbrough, horrible form at just the wrong time as well for them. They can't really be affording to lose this game at home to a Portsmouth side that are relegation threatened. Did pick up a decent point at home to Oxford on Easter Monday, as that was They were down to 10 men for the majority of that game. 4 in the last 5 for Middlesbrough, only scored, just 4, which is crazy. Haven't won it in any of the last 5 matches either. Sit third on 72 points, level with second place Ipswich. With 5 games to go, 2 games in hand for Ipswich, remember, conceded the most penalties Middlesbrough in the Championship this season with 7, have kept a clean sheet in 12 matches, haven't won in 8 either, Pompey, at last winning at Millwall in February, which was a bit bizarre because look where Millwall are. Can they do the same and go beat Middlesbrough? Another top team. 1-0 win for Pompey earlier in the season. Can they do the double over Borough this season? Last time they play at Middlesbrough was a 2-2 draw, of course, on the 24th of August. 2024, 1 win for Borough, 4 draws, 2 wins for Pompey. I'm going to back another draw here. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Middlesbrough bottling it. Portsmouth fight for their lives. They're going to meet in the middle, and it's going to be a 1-1 draw here between Middlesbrough and Portsmouth. Oxford versus Watford is next. A little bit of a rhyming session there, but Oxford United need to try and stay up this season, which is probably, that is their goal, isn't it? Only 1 point away from Portsmouth, and saying that, no. This Leicester thing's confusing me on the table. If Leicester are 47, Oxford are technically 4 points off safety, or 5 points off safety, because West Brom are 45 and they would drop down to 21st, wouldn't they, West Brom? Because of Leicester. 2-1 win for Watford earlier in the season over Oxford on the 4th of October. Last time to play at Oxford was last season. In March 2025 was 1-0 win for Oxford that day. 1 win for Oxford, 1 draw, 2 wins for Watford. Watford sit 10th at the moment. Oxford sit down in 23rd spot. Oxford need to win this. Watford, I don't think are getting playoffs. I think the playoffs, I feel like it's always close in the playoffs, like mid to February to March, but then they're just 2 teams create a massive gap, and this is what Southampton and Wrexham have done here. I'm actually going to back Oxford to win this. I'm going to go for what it was in March last year. I'm going to go for a 1-0 home Oxford United win in this one over Ed Stills. Watford, in this one. Oxford are going to win this by a 1-0 here. Sheffield United versus Hull City is up next then at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United will be looking to win this, but they've been on a horrible result of form lately. Losing away to Bristol City was the latest disappointing defeat for Chris Wilder's men. Back-to-back draws for Hull City and Sergej Kurivic, who's been nominated for Manager of the Season. 1-1 draw between them and Oxford on Good Friday, and then a 0-0 draw at home to Coventry. Back-to-back draws for them as things stand. Hull did beat Sheffield United on the 4th of October 2025. Big win for Hull that day. Chris Wilder's first game back in charge, I think, or something like that. 8 wins for Sheffield United, 3 draws, 5 wins for Hull. Sheffield United did lose at home to Hull on the 24th of January last year as well by 3-0. Disappointing defeat that day. Probably cost them automatic promotion, Sheffield United. In the end, with how close the table was, I think Hull are going to get another win here. I'm going to go for a 2-0 away Hull City win. I think they're looking really, really good at the moment. Need to solidify those playoff chances, and I think they're going to do that here, and they're going to beat Sheffield United 2-0 away from home in this one. And now a big game in the playoff race, and Southampton, if they win this, they're pretty much guaranteed themselves playoffs, haven't they? As they take on Derby at St Mary's. 5 wins on the trot. They're unbeaten in 13 league games, winning 10, drawing 3. They're on a real surge at the moment are Southampton. Derby, 3 wins out of the last 4, only losing away at Coventry. Southampton only conceded just 1 goal in their last 6 home league matches. Leo Cienza leads the entire championship with 19 big chances created this season. Patrick Aguimang is ruled out this with an Achilles injury, which will be a massive, massive blow for Derby County, won't it, as things pan out towards the end of the season. 1 more draw between Derby and Southampton earlier in the season on the 4th of October. Last time they played at Southampton was back in 2012 in the Championship. 4-0 home win for the Saints that day. Derby did beat them in the FA Cup on penalties in 2019 when Derby had that really, really good squad, I think, under Frank Lampard. I'm going to back a Southampton home win here. They get over the line. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win. I think it'd be tighter than at most games. John Eustace's sides are usually in the game in most games and don't rarely get battered. I think there's only a couple of times his sides have got absolutely battered. So yeah, back in Southampton to win this by 2-1 over Derby here. Stoke versus Blackburn is up next then at the Bet365. Stoke really inconsistent at the moment. Beat Sheffield Wednesday, beat Watford at home, and then lose away at Preston, Derby away. I mean, not great. 4 unbeaten games for Blackburn, good away wins at Millwall and Birmingham, and then did draw at home to Middlesbrough and West Brom. 19th versus 13th. 5 points? No, that's not 5 points. 6 points separating the two sides in the table at the moment. 7 points, not 6 points. Why am I saying 6? Oh my god, don't say 6, 7. Anyway, the last 3 home matches produced 12 goals. No goalless games in the last 11 meetings between these sides. Only one team in 6 of the last 10 meetings between these sides. Only one team has won 3 of 9 competitive visits to the Bet365 stadium have Blackburn Rovers. One more draw between the sides on the 4th of October at Blackburn. Last time to play at Stoke was in March 2025. 1-0 home win for Stoke City that day. 11 wins for Stoke, 4 draws, 6 wins for Blackburn. Last 3 home league meetings produced 12 goals. I'm going to back Stoke to win this by 1-0 here. I think they'll get over the line against this Blackburn side. They're usually pretty good at home. I think Blackburn, no, with a couple of wins, they're safe. But I'm going to back Stoke to win this by 1-0. Birmingham versus Wrexham is next at St Andrews at Knighthead Park at 12 o'clock on Sunday. Birmingham lost 3 games on the trot as things stand. 1-0 away at Derby, 1-0 away at Blackburn, 2-1 away at Ipswich, all in that 1-goal difference margin. Wrexham got absolutely thumped at home to Southampton, not particularly great. From them, 7th sit Wrexham, Birmingham sits 16th, which is crazy after their seasons in League One last season. Birmingham just conceded 5 goals in their last 5 league matches, despite 3 straight defeats. Tuesday's 5-1 defeat for Wrexham was their heaviest loss of the season, not really a surprise there. 13 goals conceded for Wrexham in their last 5 championship matches. Last time to play in the championship earlier in the season was a 1-1 draw. Last time to play at Birmingham was a 3-1 home win for Birmingham there on the 16th of September 2024. 1 win for Birmingham, 2 draws, 0 wins for Wrexham. Never beaten their opponents because, well, Wrexham have been nowhere near Birmingham in previous years. Have been nowhere near any of these teams really, apart from maybe Oxford, even that I don't think. Birmingham should get over the line here. Chris Davies still in charge. I think he probably will be sacked come the end of the season, but I don't know what our owners are doing at the moment. Just if you're going to sack him, just announce it. He's going at the end of the season. I'd rather like to know as fans. I think we all would, compared to just a statement at the end of the season. I think Birmingham will win this though. I'm going to go for a 3-2 home Birmingham win. I think this will be similar to the Coventry game. Davies will set up differently, and that's why I think we're going to get over the line and win this one. So yeah, back in Birmingham to win this by 3-2 here. Thank you very much for watching my Game Week 42 Championship predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. We'll be back for Premier League predictions later on tonight, so don't forget to stay tuned for that as well. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you on the next one.